Confession time. I don't always know what I'm going to talk about for Mobility Monday until I hit record. I'm not pre-planning most of this. I pre-planned some of them, um, but I don't like script them. I don't go back and re-edit. This is just me dropping in little bits of knowledge just for shits and giggles, right? This is my attempt to combat my shyness, or like that nagging shrink yourself energy that sometimes we get whenever we let the imposter syndrome take over, or whatever. So today's Mobility Monday, I'm going to just show you what it's like to just do, I don't know, a little ugly yoga with me, I guess. Whenever I do yoga, I don't spend all the time to get out my mat. I don't try to make everything perfect. I just listen to what my body tells me it needs, right? Pain is an indicator of something that's wrong, right? It's a symptom. It's not a sentence, right? So anytime that I feel stiffness or pain, like the reason I keep doing Mobility Monday in the morning is because that's when I'm the most stiff. I'm a side sleeper. I shouldn't be. It's really bad for my shoulders. But I wake up stiff every single morning, without a doubt. So as I'm making a video for Mobility Monday, I stand in my living room, much as I'm doing now, and I go, okay, where am I feeling stiff today? One of the biggest problem areas for me is like right in between my shoulder blades, right here, right? There's like always one spot in the middle, right on the like bra line. Oh my gosh, I often have trouble with that one particular spot where I tried so dang hard every single time that it needs to be popped or feels off. I try to pop it. But it's such a tricky one because it's underneath so many layers of muscle, and it's underneath so many years of bad posture training. And for the most part, if stretching doesn't work, it's likely because of posture. If posture doesn't work, then it's likely something much deeper. It's likely something that I'm probably not able to help you with. It is likely a pain that is much worse. Like surgery that's happened or something, and I can't undo a surgery. So if any of this stuff is helpful to you, it's because you're like me and you've trained your body into bad positions. So the first thing that I'm going to do to help my body restore the movement that it should have, right? The movement that it has on a good day. Like I said, the first thing that I'll do is I'll kind of do a body scan. So I feel my target area today is right here in the middle of my spine. So I'm even going to put my hands behind myself like this. And I'm just going to practice a heart opener. So when I say heart opener, that's when you're bringing the shoulders back like this, right? As much as you can. It's okay if it doesn't look I'm hypermobile too. So me being able to do stuff like this is not always expected for anyone. Always only match what your body is willing to do, right? We're not trying to force movement. We're not trying to harm ourselves in the opposite way, right? So putting your hands behind you like this, make sure that they come up as high as you can. If you can get that target area, cool. So like right here is where mine is. And I'm just gonna move a little side to side here. Loosen up the muscles around my spine. See, and this isn't like a yoga technique that anybody teaches you. This is not... This is a soft tissue massage that I've learned from having my own chronic pain. This is movement from applied anatomy. This is biomechanics, learning that posture is what causes the majority of our pain, because our pain is just a symptom. It is not a sentence. You may have heard me say it before, but movement is medicine for your body. Our sedentary lifestyles. I'm going to go for a forward fold here. Oh, yeah, that gets a good stretch in there. And while I'm in this forward fold, I'm going to let my neck kind of guide where the stretch is happening, because every time I feel a little bit of the stiffness shift, that's more signals, right? That's more signs. That's more things to look for, more things that my body's trying to tell me, hey, this isn't right. Help it out. So there's two postures specifically that my Pain Pro group mentions like constantly. So one of them is basically just mountain pose, but you're making sure that your shoulders are actually down so they're not like up here. Try to, if you need to tap to try and release a little bit, sometimes tapping along the clavicle helps. Sometimes a little bit of pressure helps. Sometimes just catching a deep ujjayi breath. That's that one where it sounds like the ocean in your ears, right? So it's like that S in the back of your throat. And then when you're exhaling, like you're fogging up a mirror, right? If you have not learned the ujjayi breath, drop a comment and I'll make a video about that one. The ujjayi breath it's a yoga thing. It's the yogis call it a pranayama. It's a type of breath technique that helps to regulate the nervous system. So a lot of the reasons that we have all of the bad posture that we have is from guarding from our nervous system, telling our brain, like our brains and our nervous system saying to our body, hey, this movement isn't safe. Hey, I'm not quite ready for this yet. Hey, I need fresh blood flow in order to be able to do this movement that you want me to do. Things like that, right? So without those, so without those cues, without those cues, your body can relax, right? Your body can get into positions a little bit better because it knows the safety is there. So something like being able to go into a squat, for example, right? A lot of times people cannot do a squat because their body goes, hey, this isn't safe. So they'll get down into a squat position. So I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate a squat here. Get into a squat position. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. That's good enough. All right, so squat position. So you can see my body is kind of guarding. I cannot put my arms back or I'm going to fall backwards. Oof. My body is guarding because my hips weren't ready. So while I'm working on my hips, your task is to ask your body, what movements do I need today? How ugly can I make my yoga in order to serve my body? Because ultimately, that's what's the most important, is that your practice is serving you. I don't care if it serves me. I don't care if your practice does absolutely nothing for anybody else, because it's yours. Until next time.